Today we are going to complete the present simple tense. Follow present simple tense. Present simple consists of three sections. Number 1, positive form. To form present simple in the positive, we say I, you, we, they. We need to take work. The verb infinitive. Take the verb infinitive. Repeat after me. I work. I work. You work. We work. They work. We take work without any addition because the subject is I or you, we, they. With I, we, you, they, we say work. But when the verb is absent, singular, absent subject pronoun, we add s to the verb, as we know. He works. Repeat after me. He works. She works. It works. Or in a singular noun, such as Ali works. We need to add s to the verb when the subject is he or she or it. In negative form, we form the negative sentence with do not, or does not. Do not, when we shorten it, we say don't. When I use don't and when I use doesn't, don't, we use don't with I, we, you, and they, such as the first rule. First rule say that the verb without s. Verb without s with I, we, you, they, so we need to use don't. When I make negative to the sentence, I say I don't work. We don't work. They don't work. We don't work. This for I, we, you, they. But when the subject is he or she or it, we need to use does not. When we shorten it, we make it doesn't, instead of does not. We need to put does with he or she or it or any singular noun. As, repeat after me. He doesn't work. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work how? Such as the computer doesn't work. The computer doesn't work. We need to use doesn't because the subject is singular noun or absent pronoun. Hence, we make a negative sentence, we need to use don't or doesn't. Don't plus infinitive to the basic verb and doesn't to the sentence to the basic verb, such as I don't with I, we, you, they, and doesn't with he or she or it. The last section to the present simple is how to make questions. Questions in present simple tense or any other tenses consists of two kinds of questions, yes or no questions or WH questions. The first kind is yes or no question. When we want to make questions without question word, we use do and does. Do at the beginning of the sentence, does at the beginning of the sentence. When we form question with helping verb do you work on the bank? Do you work on the bank? Do you work on Friday? Do you work at the bank? If the answer yes, I say yes I do, or no I don't. I don't work on Friday. Yes I work at the bank. But when the subject is he or she or it, we need to use does. I say, does he work on Friday? Does he work on Friday? And the answer, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Do you work at the bank? I answer, yes, I do. Yes, I do. But the second kind of questions with WH question. WH question, when the question begin with question mark. WH question as when, why, where, who, how many, how high, how far, where, how. Any question word begin with WH question. WH questions. As example, when do you go to work? When do you go to work? I answer, I go to work in the morning. I go to work in the morning. If I want to ask about the place, I say, where do you work? Where do we work? Or where do they work? They work, the answer is they work at the bank. They work at the bank. When the subject is he or she or it, and I want to make question with WH question, I say, where does he work? Where does he work? The answer is he works at the bank. Or another example, when does he work? When does he work? When does she work? When does she work? The answer is she works in the morning. She works in the morning. Or in etc. example, I can say, how does she go to work? How does she go to work? She goes to work by taxi. She goes to work by taxi. I go to work in the bus. I go to work in the bus. I hope you all understand this rule. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will continue with the present continuous tense in the next lesson. Thank you.